After giving Aigos Duakana the revelation of fire and losing some weight by playing an elegy, we make it to the Stone Tower Temple. This temple is the best and worst flipping dungeon in Majora's Mask, and today I'm going to show you what you couldn't have missed. As we enter the first sanctum, one thought crosses our minds. Why was this temple built on a tower? Some may draw comparisons to the Tower of Babel or when Icarus flew too close to the sun, but I believe the reasoning is much more baffling. If we look closely at the front of the temple, we can tell that it resembles a head. And while many will write this off as just a cool design, I have come to tell you that the Stone Tower Temple is a great and mighty creature akin to Jabu Jabu. And as the story goes, this creature was imprisoned by being encased within the stone tower due to its violent acts against the Icona people. Long has passed since then, so long the creature petrified and eventually was hollowed out by architects to create the Stone Tower Temple. If we look around the Stone Tower Temple, we see this one specific sigil that is repeated amongst the walls of the temple. These symbols are decently cryptic, but if we look a little closer, it looks like a platform with 4 objects surrounding it. And after staring at the sigil for a few hours, I deciphered what this image is as a whole. If we look closely, the 4 objects were horns surrounding the stage. And what is on this stage to require this entourage, you ask? Well, what it seems to be is a rock, which was clearly very sacred to the inhabitants of the Stone Tower Temple, which also explains why we see so many sculptures of this rock all around Termina. Once we get deeper inside the Stone Tower Temple, we come upon a room with many mirrors, and while gameplay-wise they allow us to clear away the sunblocks, there are actually more reasons to why they are here. These mirrors are actually foreshadowing to how the temple mirrors itself after the light arrows are obtained. After we flip the temple, many changes are now observed right off the bat. One of the main differences we see in the temple is the lack of water in all of the sections that used to contain it. We clearly are able to see where it drained out of the temple from, but the aftermath is never seen. On the dawn of the second new day, this water sadly crashes directly onto Clocktown, causing immense flooding and destruction. While no one in Clocktown dies, the economy surely will take years to recover. As we near the boss key, we are stopped in our tracks by Gomez. Not much is known about this enemy other than its form and its clear parallels to the Grim Reaper from its French name, Foucher, which literally means Reaper. However, if we take the prefix from its English name, Gomez, it clearly has some relation to Goma, especially with that shared prefix. This means that Gomez is Goma's 5th cousin twice removed. And finally, as we enter Twin Mold's boss room, clearly something isn't right. As we enter the room, it seems to be a desert. This is odd, especially considering Twin Mold is a worm, and worms are known for increasing the nitrogen content in soil and keeping it healthy. This must mean that Twin Mold is actually an anti-worm and acting as a parasite to the soil, which furthers our purpose in slaying him so we can save this desert and turn it back into an oasis. And that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you know what to do.